Hi, so this is Wednesday's video, and I'm responding to Adrian's question and Madison's response. Adrian posed the question, what or how would you, as a gen ed teacher, um, incorporate a music curriculum into your classroom if you did not have a music specific certified teacher in your school? For myself growing up, I know that was never the case, but it could be as I'm going to be a future teacher. I could get hired in a school district that might not have a music teacher, but I would still be required via state standards to address those certain topics. So I really liked what Madison had said about how she would or others could buy recorders that aren't that expensive for the classroom to incorporate it as like in the performance aspect, and the other way of doing it is like using music as a way of brain breaks and to help students focus when they're doing their work. I know for myself, I've had teachers that play music when I'm doing work too, and it just helps me stay on focus, even though sometimes that might not be the case for all students. It just really depends on your classroom dynamic. To answer Adrian's question, some ways that I had thought of that I could incorporate it if I had to as a gen ed teacher would be to use it for transition times. So moving from one activity to the next, students would get to understand that a certain song would only play for so long, and that's how long they had to move from one thing to another. And as the school year went on, they would be able to comprehend and understand like where the song is in the music, and oh, I can register that part of the music with 10 seconds left. I have 10 seconds left to get to my next spot. And then another thing I thought was really cool that I've actually had my teachers do when I was growing up is use jingles and such for English and math. In fourth grade, we had something called Shirley English, and it was a bunch of different like songs that helped us learn like prepositions and things like that about grammar. And then also we could do like multiplication facts. I know for me math is hard, so maybe if I had a teacher that put it to music, I'd be able to learn it better. And then lastly, just like Madison said, brain breaks. A lot of times teachers will use Go Noodle, and it actually has a lot of music elements to it. Like even if they're just doing a dance, like it has a lot of the music dynamics in it, like repetition and things like that. Even if it's just like a simple silly dance to the song like Can't Stop the Feeling, like from the Trolls movie. A lot of my students really love that one. I've seen that one used a lot lately. But that's how I, as a future teacher, would try to make a comprehensive curriculum out of music education. Granted, I am not very musically myself, so it would be kind of more difficult for me, but I would still definitely do my best and collaborate with other teachers for ideas so that I could make sure my students are receiving a like a well-rounded education, including those music standards that would be required if we did not have a music specialist at the school. So that's my take on Adrian's question. Everyone have a great night.